off your brush well. But yeah, definitely feel free to ask questions, because that's what we're here on stream to do, is to kind of teach and chat and talk about techniques. Just working on highlights on the skin here. Trying to keep the recesses dark without losing all of my contrast, but I do want to provide some muscle tone, because we're going to go one shade higher, one or two shades higher on this. Probably we're probably going to 50-50 with the what is this called, Elysian green, and then we'll probably just go straight Elysian for the final highlight on these guys, and I think that'll give us a nice kind of bright, vibrant Goblin green color. But the trick is to keep some of your darker shades down in the recesses, so that you don't lose that transition, so it doesn't go from just one color to the next without any sort of transition. Alright, did we get everything on that guy? Nope, got a little bit on the underside of his arm here. The outside of his fingers as well. There we go. Drink coasters. Yeah, Major Dodo paints as well. He's an Aussie painter, so he's on either early mornings for the US, which I guess is what, like, kind of his evening time in Australia. And then I think I might have also seen you on kind of like midday, which is getting more towards the evening. Midday US time is kind of more towards the evening of Australia. Though I don't know, you'd have to double check your time zone conversions. I can't remember. Australia's like 9 hours ahead of GMT or something like that, and we're like 7 hours behind now because we're on daylight savings. I think we're 6 hours behind now. I can't remember what it is. I hate daylight savings. It's so freaking... It's like 4:30 and it gets dark here. Just makes you feel depressed all winter. Yeah, I'm blessed to be nearsighted, so like I will not hopefully have to worry about my eyes going bad. Like, I already can't see about 2 feet in front of me, so I could take my glasses off and I'd just be at the range of still being able to see what I'm painting. But yeah, man, I feel for those guys that have to buy, like reading glasses, either in their old age or just as their eyes get worse. It's like, it's a real issue to kind of overcome. And there's things you can buy, like the magnifying glasses and all the other kind of stuff, but at the end of the day, it's finding what you're comfortable with that's not going to hurt your eyes as you paint, because it is something that can be very therapeutic. But if you're not having a good time while you're doing it, if you're straining your eyes, if you're having to hunch over, or just be generally uncomfortable while you're painting, it's not going to be a very healthy hobby in the long run. Actually, what I should be doing is getting up every 15 or 20 and just kind of walking around. And typically I would do that if I was cleaning up my water, but it's actually not been that dirty on the water. It's still kind of... I mean, it's dirty water, but it's not like tinted. Like if I'm working with reds or yellows or anything, that water gets tinted so fast that you basically have to go swap out. Go swap your brush cleaning water so that you're not tinting any other colors with the color that you just rinsed your brush with. There you go. 6 p.m. Yeah, I know, dude. It's so... I went and swam yesterday, and it was like 6:30 when I got in the pool in the evening, and it was like the moon is out and it's pitch black, and I'm like, it's not quite. We've had some really abnormally warm weather here in Colorado, so it was like 55 out on the pool deck, and the outdoor pool is heated and everything, which is really nice. But it was like, man, if I'm gonna be doing this outdoors in the morning or in the evening, I'm gonna have to buy like a swim park or something that I can throw on and make the 50-yard dash to the men's locker room kind of deal, because it's gonna get cold, and getting out of that pool when there's no sunlight, or it gets windy or whatever, it's like, oh crap, I'm gonna get like hypothermia or pneumonia or some crazy thing like that just from swimming. But it's pretty cool. I joined a gym that has a year-round outdoor pool, which I'm super excited for. As soon as I figure out my parking situation in downtown Boulder there, I might actually be able to like take an hour or two in the middle of the day and go swim when it's like actually kind of nice out. There's some sun, and then come back and finish up the workday, which I think will be pretty cool. Yeah, so I think Dodo posted his streaming hours there. I don't have solid streaming hours. I'm pretty much probably just going to be confined to painting in the evenings and on the weekends. It just kind of depends on when I feel like putting the stream up. So what is it, 9:10? I'll probably go for another 2 hours. 11 o'clock, call it quits. I want to try and get these guys done. That'd be pretty cool. Get these done. Ready to be based. There's really not a lot to these models. I've been painting stuff that's much more intricate than... Well, not intricate, more... Just there's more crap on them. All the different post-apoc stuff I've got. They've got, different pouches and equipment, and these goblins are fairly light in that department. There's not a whole lot to them. Pants, skin, they're not even wearing gloves, so it's like... I don't have to worry about painting gloves. I've just got to do boots and pants, and there's some wrappings. None of that is difficult to paint. So he's done. Just set all these guys up to the side here. Uh-oh, that's no fun. Yeah, it's one of those things where it's like, if I'm ever considering doing something hobby-related that's like, I know I'm going to go full-blown into this, I know I'm going to go full-blown and get like everything that I think I'm ever going to need. Just on the off chance that I've kind of been burned in the past where some of the companies that used to manufacture like some really cool ranges of like 20 mil World War II stuff, they don't make them anymore, and they're super hard to get now. And it's like, okay, now that I know that, if I have some spare cash lying around and I know I'm going to be wanting those miniatures, I need to order them now. And it's like, yeah, they'll sit in the lead pile, but it prevents you from ever having to worry about stuff going out of print, or like all the old GW miniatures that are coming up on eBay now. It's like, I guess they're starting to reprint some of the models by GW, but it's more like an on-demand kind of by popular vote. But like all the old Necromunda stuff that I've been picking up, some of those models are like 20-30 bucks each now on eBay. It's just ungodly prices per model. Like some of the heavy weapon models, like with the stubbers and the flamers and all that kind of stuff, 30-40 bucks a model, just because they're out of print now. It's like, you gotta be kidding me. Not paying that for a model of any size. Like, that's super expensive. 10 bucks for an out of print model, that's not too bad. Because, you'll never be able to get it again, they're not going to reprint it, But, oh gosh. Just kind of one of those things where it's like, I'd wish I'd bought all this stuff back in the day, but... Either sometimes not aware that those models were available, or you weren't doing that particular genre or era of gaming, if it's historicals, if it's fantasy. Just kind of depends. It's like, kind of have the same kind of thought process when I buy jeans. It's like, man, I used to have a really nice pair of jeans that they no longer make that style anymore. It's like, I wish I had bought like 2 or 3 pairs, because they were like, they fit me perfectly, they didn't ever get worn out. But I think they just said, we're not wearing these, or we're not making these pants anymore. It was like, crap, I wish I'd bought an extra pair. Same with sneakers. Like, a lot of people buy 2 pairs of shoes on the assumption that they'll wear one out and then have a backup pair. And they inevitably go out of print or out of style or whatever you want to call it. Just one way to do it. Like these greens. I think I did my Peacekeepers with this set of colors. If I'm not mistaken, I think I used those. This green. So we gotta get way down underneath here. It'll be fun painting up the, I've got an Orc Shaman that I picked up at a StoreCon, which is pretty cool. I got him for like $4 in the flea market. I think he's out of print now. I picked up a black Orc with like all the armor on. That'll be pretty fun to paint up with like all the chipping and weathering. Also I picked up a bunch of the metal Orc error bores. I think I just got some plastic Orcs for thugs. Which'll work. I'm gonna try and watch the new Westworld episode tonight too, so I'll be getting to bed late, but be worth it, because I need to get caught up on that. What are you talking about? Something about a paint pot? Brush is just chilling. Are you using like a paint holder or something for your brushes? Let's check this out. Oh, that's cool. So they can drain upside down. That's kind of nice. I like that. Alright, so I think that's all of the first layer of highlights on these guys. So we'll move on to going 50-50 with these two colors now, the Elysian Green and the Deathworld Forest. Just gonna get my nasty, crappy brush out. Just go like that. Like that, and go 1-to-1 with this next highlight. I'm gonna eventually get a webcam over my my palette so people can see what's going on. I talk about mixing paints. It'll be pretty cool. Just buy like a cheapo, see what Black Friday deals are going on.